It's coffee time!
It is the end of Friday. Finally, I'm getting my weekend that I really need, even though I'm going to catch up with you know, YouTube and all of that, but I'm gonna have some time to read this weekend as well, which I'm very excited about. But I finished today my second book for the Readathon, and that is The Merciless. I ended up giving it a 3.5 coffee mug rating because I felt like the characters were not too fleshed out. So in a way, you didn't care that much what would happen to them. That's something that for me was a little bit missing, that she did not take the time to, you know, really develop the characters at the beginning. And the first part of the book was slightly repetitive in a way, but I really did enjoy the second half of the book, so I'm going to be definitely picking up the second book just to give it a try and see how it goes. And I have just started Asylum, and I've only read 30 pages, which is not much, but I'm loving it because it has all of these pictures, like creepy pictures, and I love everything that it's based on asylums. Basically, we're following the story of this guy called Dan, and he's going to this summer school, and the, you know, the normal dormitories where they sleep have to be renovated, so they are kind of putting them in an old closed building that used to be an asylum. And so they all have to sleep there to go to this school, and they find in the first floor an office that is supposed to be locked, but somebody broke the lock, so it's open for everybody to go in. So they want to go and investigate because there are like creepy old pictures in there and all of that. So I'm loving it because I am a sucker for those kind of stories. So I hope to love it because it has all the elements of a book that should be 5 coffee max for me. So I'm really hoping that it's going to be good because it's also a series, which would mean I would have more books to look forward to. So yeah. And now it is late on Friday, so I think I'm just gonna make some dinner, maybe watch a movie and read a little bit until I pass out, and I'll probably update you guys tomorrow. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I love you. I love you, sir. Good morning, I love you. Honey, is this your plan for the whole weekend? Is this what we want to do? Okay. Yeah, I know. Why are you so cute? Look at those jellies. Why are you so cute? Yeah, why are you so cute? Oh. Why are you so sweet? Ugh. Hello you guys, it is Saturday and today has been a busy day. I've been focusing on getting stuff done in the house. Always a lot to clean when you have animals and 3,000 collectibles. So everything gets very dusty very fast. So I have been making progress in my book though. I've been reading Asylum by Madeleine Rouge and I really like it. I'm liking it even more than I expected. Like, I expected to like it because it is based on an asylum where some teenagers are investigating the patients and everything that used to be in that sanitarium that closed on the 1970s, and all of the weird procedures that were done to the inmates. And I gotta say, I'm enjoying it more than I thought. It's funny. We have 3 main characters. We have Dan, who's always been changing from foster home to foster home, and is now focusing on his studies. And he has these weird moments where he kind of passes out and he doesn't know what happens to him, and he has these weird dreams and he starts to see images from the old sanitarium. And we have Abby, who is interested in arts, And we have Jordan, who is a queer character, surprisingly. So he is gay, and he is there without his parents knowing that he's in this school. And I'm on page 142, so already doing progress. I think I'm around 40% into the book, which is pretty good. And I'm already thinking I want to finish this trilogy because I'm really enjoying it. And I love another thing from the book, that is that it has a lot of creepy, cool pictures, and that adds so much to this book, honestly. And it helps you to get this atmosphere going of back when the asylum was open, and really loving it. But now I decided that I want to start another book. So I have my sippy cup with water, and I have one of my favorite drinks, which I don't have too often because it's basically sugar, but it is lychee. You know lychee? This kind of fruit. Love it. Love it. It's not the healthiest thing, but from time to time I really like to have one of these. And the book that I'm going to start today is The Chain, because I decided I'm too excited about this book and I really want to know if I like it or not. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start this one now and see how it goes. I'm super excited and super nervous because I really want to like it, and I'm scared I'm not gonna like it, but I'll let you know. I've been reading The Chain with my cat that doesn't like cameras, so he's probably gonna run away scared to death in a second. Why you look so scared, honey? Yeah, there he goes. He's very shy. He doesn't like cameras. So I've been reading The Chain. I'm already in page 84. It is a very fast-paced book that it's told in multiple perspectives, and it is a full-on thriller about I think I've already told you a little bit what it's about, but it's basically this organization called The Chain that kidnaps a kid, and somebody calls you to tell you they've kidnapped your kid, and they give you, you know, some time to pay them $25,000, and you have to kidnap another kid in order to get yours back. Yeah, so that's a little bit fudged up, and we're following multiple perspectives. We're following the first kid that was kidnapped, we're following her mom, we're following the uncle, we're following people from the organization. So it's really interesting. I'm really loving it. It's a great thriller, a great story. It's kind of reminding me to, you know, this movie from Johnny Depp where his daughter is kidnapped. It's something about going against time or something like that. I can't remember the name right now, but it's kind of giving me those vibes, except, you know, that's like a more like an action movie slash thriller, and this is more like a towards not really horror, but you know, it's not an action thriller, it's more like a darker thriller. Really enjoying it so far, and yeah, I will see if I have a little bit more time today to keep reading, but now it's time to grab some food and maybe watch something. Quick update. So it is Sunday and I have done very little reading. I've only made a little bit of progress with Asylum, but I'm still really enjoying the book. And yeah, I just finished recording a couple of videos for my other channel about some movie reviews, and I have some editing to do as well today. So Sundays, you know, I try to catch up with social media because during the week I'm so busy that I don't have so much time. So I try to focus on getting all that content ready for the week, but I still hope to have some time for some reading later today because I'm really invested in both of the books, Asylum and The Chain. I'm loving both of them. I'm having such a good Readathon because I am enjoying all the books that I am reading, so that's good. I guess I made good choices. I'm learning to make good choices when it comes to books. So yeah, I'll update you when I've done a little bit more progress with my reading, so I have a little bit more to tell you about the books. It is Monday afternoon and it is update time. I have finished another book for the Readathon. I finished Asylum. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was not something that was extremely fresh and all the twists left me surprised or anything like that, but it was really enjoyable read, which is also great to have those books that you can binge read that are fast-paced. They are just enjoyable. I really love the characters, and I believe on the second book we're still gonna follow the same characters. The second book is called Sanctum, and I read that it has like real life old vintage carnival pictures, so I am down for that. So I'm so excited. I'm like kind of sad that I don't have the other two books of the trilogy to keep reading them, but it's also kind of good because I need to finish my TBR pile for the Readathon. So yeah, super glad that I finished another book. And as for The Chain, I'm currently halfway through it and really enjoying it. It is a really nice thriller, and you're still kind of intrigued and waiting to see what's gonna happen. So I hope that whenever the twist or whenever the, you know, the big moment comes in the book, that I'm not gonna be disappointed or anything, because so far it's really intriguing. Good morning, guys. It is time for a Tuesday morning update from the office. So I am like 60% into The Chain, still enjoying it. Things are starting to, you know, progress in a way that I see and smell the ending coming. So we will see how that ending is, because I think that's going to influence how much I ended up loving the book or not. Because in some type of thrillers, you know, the end is crucial for your decision. And I started this morning Dying to Live Life Sentence. So this is the second book. I thought it was a duology, but apparently it's a trilogy. So there's a book after this one. So I read the first book and I really enjoyed it, because it was such a good zombie adventure. It was just such a joy to read, and I love zombie stories. So if you love them too, I totally recommend you to pick up the first book on the trilogy. And this is the second one. And I just started reading it, and I love that it's already going in such a different direction. The first book was basically following the survivors and them trying to get together somewhere that it was safe to kind of survive together as a community. And in this one, we first get to know a girl that grew up basically in this refuge, in this sanctuary. And for her, you know, she doesn't know what Christmas is, or, you know, all of these things, because she's been brought up in the middle of the zombie apocalypse. So for her, things are so different, and I think that's a very interesting perspective to follow one of the kids that has been growing up after the zombie apocalypse, because their version of reality and what life is, it's so different from the survivors that were there when the outbreak happened. And also we are following the zombies as they are regaining consciousness and they're able to think by themselves. They kind of wake up from this, you know, from this dream when they were zombies, and they're just starting to wake up and they don't know what to do. And I think that is fantastic. Obviously they have injuries, they're full of blood, some people are missing like body parts. So I just thought that was genius, and I'm really enjoying that. I mean, I just read like 10 pages. Yeah, 10 pages exactly. So all of that is already happening, but I am so excited about this book. So yeah, I think to be on track though with my reading for the Readathon, I need to finish The Chain today for sure. So when I get home today, my priority is gonna be to finish The Chain. So I'm back home. It is Tuesday afternoon and my nose is very cold. It's red because it's cold outside. So I just got home and I have book mail, and we have my next Richard Lehman book, even though I still have one that I have not read. But I grabbed The Midnight Tour because I've seen that there are many of his books in this edition and they all match. So I'm gonna try to grab them so that they have matching covers, because I'm that bitch. And basically it is about this house where some gruesome events happened, and they have now this tour to show the house and everything. And apparently only the brave go into the midnight tour, and I'm guessing people, you know, start to get murdered while they are in this midnight tour. So that's fun. And the other one is a book that I heard somebody recommend. I'm not 100% sure who it was, but I think it was in the video from Shades of Orange where she mentioned, you know, some booktubers were invited into her video to recommend horror books, and that is Security by Gina Wolsdorf, and it is about a 20 floors hotel that it's going to be reopened or something like that, but somebody is very determined to make this hotel fail, and there is like 12 members of the staff that start to get killed one after the other, and they cannot leave the hotel or something like that. So as you can see, I love stories about people that get trapped in houses and hotels and get killed. So yeah, now it's time to, you know, edit the video, read a little bit, and catch up with life at home and adulting. Update time, you guys. It is Wednesday afternoon. I just got home, very tired. But this morning before going to work, I forced myself to finish The Chain because I just wanted to have it behind me. This was supposed to be a thriller, and I say supposed to because even though in the beginning it did start to, you know, feel like a thriller and it read like a thriller, towards the middle of the book I just had the feeling that this was just like an action movie kind of situation. It was not like scary, it was not thrilling, you were not like scared for any of the characters at all, even though you cared about the characters, but you were not fearing for their lives. You didn't really care much, and there was a twist that you saw coming, and the last part of the book was just like, nope. And yeah, I didn't like the end at all. It just felt rushed, convenient, and foreseeable, and not really original. And the explanation for the whole chain situation that was going on with the kidnapping was not like, I didn't feel satisfied with the explanation at all. So I only gave it 3 coffee mugs because, I mean, it was not the worst book I've ever read, but it was also not super special. But now it's nearly 8 p.m. and I'm tired and I just want to have some dinner and watch something. And today I found Will and Grace. This is season 1 from the revival that I have not checked out yet because I don't watch German television. I don't like to watch things dubbed in German, and so I've been waiting to grab a physical copy of it. Will and Grace is one of the series that I first watched when I moved to Germany, and it has special meaning for me, and it's one of the series that, despite all the bad stuff that I was going through, it cheered me up and it made me laugh, so it always had a special place in my heart. I've rewatched it a couple of times, and yeah, I'm really excited to check out the revival, the new seasons, even though I'm not expecting them to be as good as the original ones because it's normally the case, but I still hope to enjoy them, and I still hope to laugh a little bit with the characters that I've always loved. So yeah, let me know also if you guys love Will and Grace. I'll be interested to see because I don't see too many people mentioning this series so much. So these are the last 2 sort of bigger books that I have left to tackle on my TBR for the Readathon. I'm doing so well that I might be able to add another book, we shall see. So these are 2 of the bigger ones that I have left, and I don't know which one to take. I have the feeling that I'm gonna be able to go through this one faster, so I'm kind of tending to pick this one up tonight and see how it is. It's been blurred by Stephen King, but you know, that doesn't mean much these days, honestly, because it's basically everywhere. They use his name for a lot of things. But I'm also excited about this one. I mean, excuse me, it's so beautiful. And yeah, I don't know, it's like I kind of want to read this story, but I know that I should start with this one. This one has also been on my TBR for the longest time, and so I think I should, you know, just give this one a try, even though I know it's a little bit more, you know, thick, a little bit more when it comes to the writing. It is a little bit less fast-paced, but I think I should try to get this one read first. So you guys, Dying to Live life sentence update. I am currently, I think, over half, and I'm in page 130. Good things about this book is that it dares to be different, in the sense that it's not the typical zombie apocalypse story. The first book on the series, or the trilogy, because there's only 3, the first book was more focused on the apocalypse just happened. The zombies have taken over the world. There are just very few survivors, so you just follow the little people that are still alive, fighting for their lives, scavenging, trying to find other survivors. So it's a little bit more action-packed, a little bit more, you know, fights and kills. This one, it's taking its time to develop 2 different characters. We're following a girl that grew up already in a sanctuary, so her perspective in life and humans and zombies is completely different. She doesn't know anything but the world now, so with the zombies and the apocalypse. So it's really nice to see her perspective on things, and it's funny to see how some things, you know, are still the same, like her way of thinking, and other things she has a complete different perspective on things just because she did not know the world before the apocalypse. And on the other hand, we're following the story of a zombie that regains kind of consciousness and starts to be able to think by himself again, starts to be able to read. He cannot talk though, but it's able to communicate, and he's kind of starting to remember things from his past. And that part is a little bit more kind of funny and sad at the same time, because it's somebody that is starting to remember now what happened to him and everything. So it is kind of not so action-packed this time. It's a little bit more focusing on character development. Now, I don't know if that is because of the 3rd book on the trilogy, that it's gonna be maybe more action-packed again, but I'm still enjoying it. Like, a book doesn't have to be all the time action and all the time things happening and people getting killed all the time. It doesn't really have to be like that for me to enjoy it. So I'm just enjoying the stories, and you know, that it's a little bit different and that we're really getting to know some of the characters. And this reminds me of, you know, some zombie films like Maggie, that it's totally different from other movies, and I really enjoyed it. But it's also like a slow-paced movie with very few characters, but I really liked it. So yeah, definitely enjoying this one.
Good day. Yeah? How has your day been? Huh? Yeah, I know, mommy's cold. It's cold outside. Yeah, I know. Hi, dear baby. What's happening? Hi guys, so I made it home to my purring babies. It's been a day. I had a good arm workout, bicep, tricep. And then I was gonna go home, and then my boss came late, and the dude drives for one more stop, and he'd be like, so I have to take a break now, so everybody please leave the bus. And I was like, excuse me? And so yeah, he's like, yeah, there's another bus coming, it's just 3 stops behind me. And I was like, bruh. And he just drives and stops at a freaking traffic light, parks the bus there, puts the 4 blinkers on, and he just freaking just takes his break there, stopping traffic, messing up. And I was like, what the fudge is wrong with you, bruh? Like, honestly. So I'm glad that I decided to walk home. I was like, extra cardio, why not? Because by the time I got home, still no bus came, because it would have passed me. And I was like, honestly, like, why do we pay so much money for public transportation? Yeah, like, these things happen sometimes, and I just wonder, why is it so expensive if the service is so crappy? It's time, you guys, to wrap up the vlog so I can edit it and upload it for you tomorrow.
and I'm finishing my zombie book and I'm really liking it. And exactly now that we're getting to the end, all the action is happening, or more things are happening, and I'm really loving it. So I'm definitely gonna be picking up the third and last book in the trilogy. And also last night I did start reading Breed, but I'm gonna leave my thoughts on that for the next vlog when I read a little bit more, because I only made it 40 pages into it, so that's not much, but so far I'm liking it as well, I can tell you that. Yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this week's reading vlog. I'm very busy, but I'm also reading a lot, so I'm really happy about that. And I hope that you guys are having a great reading month, and if you're joining the Readathon, I hope that you're making progress with some horror books, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Let me know down below what you've been reading, and I hope to see you all guys in my next video. Bye!